a comprehensive guide to the GMA3 drama inspired by the romance of Amy Robach and TJ Holmes. Co-anchors of Good Morning America Amy Robach and TJ Holmes frequently fall in love with one another, but their romance has captured the attention of the entire world. Workplace romances are rather prevalent because of factors including long hours, cramped spaces, bonding, confiding, and commiserating. But for some reason, it feels more bizarre when it takes place on a morning show set. When co-anchors of the Good Morning America spin-off GMA3, What You Need to Know for ABC News, Amy Robach and TJ Holmes were pictured acting like more than just friends and co-workers last month. Fans were captivated, both online and in person. They were unaware that a dedicated media probe into their personal life was being conducted on them. The couple visited one another's apartments, spent time in a cottage in upstate New York, and shared an intimate-looking laugh over beers at a Manhattan pub. Pictures documenting these activities were released on dailymail.com on November 30th. Although nothing NSFW was captured by the cameras, this became the talk of the holiday season because of what people believed they knew about Holmes and Robach's respective relationship statuses. In February 2010, actor Andrew Shue and Robach wed for the second time. The Melrose Place actor, who has 3 sons with his first wife, first met the mother of 2 daughters at a book party in April 2009, and he proposed that September. Holmes has 2 children from his first marriage, which also ended in divorce, and had been wed to attorney and Save the Children CEO Marilee Fiebig since 2010. Together, they are the parents of a 9-year-old daughter. When they discovered Holmes' 10th wedding anniversary Facebook post from March 1, 2020, no one would have blinked an eye if it had been posted 2 years earlier, but you can believe the newly minted GMA3 maniacs were searching social media for hints. It's a little late for this specific #decade challenge, but Marilee Fiebig and I got married 10 years ago. And for the past 10 years, she has stayed married to me despite my best attempts. That is not exaggeration. I'm not exaggerating. I provided her with numerous justifications, an opportunity to walk her gorgeous ass out the door. By emphasizing his wife's it would be too much to ask her for another 10 years of grace and patience, he said. 10 more months, that might even be stretching it. She should count herself lucky if she granted me an additional 10 weeks. I'd be appreciative if she would put up with me for another 10 days. But I should count myself fortunate if she could give me just another 10 minutes of her attention today. Fiebig and Shue have both seen their spouse advance in the radio industry. Robach joined GMA as a correspondent in 2012 after serving as a co-anchor of MSNBC's Weekend Today for 5 years. In 2014, he was promoted to news anchor of the morning program. In 2018, she was designated a co-anchor of 20 over 20, and after hosting Pandemic, What You Need to Know while the country was experiencing the COVID-19 crisis and assisting viewers with the newly named Hour GMA3, What You Need to Know, she permanently took over the post-GMA time slot. Prior to joining ABC News in 2014, Holmes worked for CNN, BET, and MSNBC. He was immediately chosen co-anchor of World News Now, ABC's overnight program. On September 21, 2020, he began co-anchoring GMA3 with Robach. Robach later recalled to People that they grew close when Holmes joined the network, and she was overjoyed when it was recommended that they be paired on GMA3. We've been trying to find a way to collaborate for the past 5 years, so you couldn't have chosen a better person to ask me what I thought of, Robach remarked. Holmes, in her opinion, was such as my brother. All we can do is complete each other's sentences. Our relationship is great. Again, having that trust is fantastic because you don't always have that on set. However, I am confident that he has my back no matter what I do or say, and that is the only thing that matters. When they first met, she said, they just connected. My daughters watch his daughters while we go on a ton of double dates with our spouses. In October 2021, Shue came on GMA3 to discuss the publication of Better Together, a children's book he and Robach co-wrote. Holmes referred to their union as a love story like no other. She was a dear friend, Holmes gushed, calling them 2 of my favorite people on the globe. The United New York City Half Marathon was run by Robach, Shue, and Holmes in March of last year. Following the race, Holmes revealed on GMA3 that his co-anchor had persuaded him to participate. And you liked it too, Robach said to her colleague, who had finished just a little bit sooner. There was no denying the smile on your face. Additionally, I just wanted to mention that TJ defeated me. I'll say it for you. Holmes nodded meekly. He said, we were running together, and I officially finished ahead by a second. Robach, who co-ran the 2019 NYC Marathon with Shue, posted a series of photographs and captions to Instagram to mark the occasion, including one of Holmes and her running side by side. What a perfect day for the race. Beautiful weather, lovely people, and individual records for each of the 5 of us. After that, Shue was nowhere to be found when Holmes and Robach ran the New York City Marathon together in November. This time, Holmes came in second place by less than a second. Since then, a number of publications have claimed that Robach and Holmes split from their respective marriages over the summer. In addition, Robach and Shu quietly completed on the sale of their New York apartment for $5.2 million in November after secretly listing it for sale in September 18, according to online documents cited by E! News. Since the photographs debuted on a Wednesday, there was no weekend to pass between the alleged relationship announcement and the subsequent GMA3 episode. Robach and Holmes were back on the air on December 1 despite deactivating their individual Instagram accounts but otherwise carrying on as usual. Sadly, no one brought up what had happened 24 hours earlier since GMA3 isn't a rapid-fire free-for-all. By December 1, Shu's Instagram was still active but missing of any images of Robach, including one from his appearance on GMA3. However, a selfie from November 10, 2020, with a caption stating that he missed his running partner, is still there. A family photo of Holmes and their daughter Sabine from Father's Day, and one from his 45th birthday, uploaded on August 19, both remain on Feebig's Instagram page. The photograph of a father and daughter enjoying birthday cake was captioned by Feebig, "The year ahead bless you with desires made true." With the message, "The advice I tell my daughter most often, find yourself a sisterhood village in this life." She posted a photo of herself with pals on November 25. When your cup runs dry, they will be there to refill it and then some, or if necessary, toss the contents of the cup at whoever needs it. According to an ABC News source who spoke to E! News, there had been no discernible difference in the way Holmes and Robach interacted with one another at work, and since they had always appeared to be close friends, there was no reason to think their friendship had altered. At the same time, the insider continued, while the news wasn't fully unexpected, the number of photos that were initially published was shocking to behold. On December 1, Robach and Holmes apparently returned to work together, and appeared to be dating. The GMA3 hosts made a reference to the turmoil that was bubbling behind the scenes on December 2. Holmes joked during the program, "You know, it's too bad it's Friday. I simply want this week to go on forever because it's been fantastic." "Speak for yourself. I am quite thrilled about the weekend," Robach snorted. It ended up being quite lengthy. Robach and Holmes were fired, with effect from December 5, and ABC News President Kim Godwin informed workers via phone that morning. According to Variety, Nielsen statistics revealed an 11% increase in viewing for the final 2 episodes of the week compared to the first 3. While the connection is not against company rules, I want to emphasize that I have taken the past few days to consider what I believe is best for the ABC News organization. The Hollywood Reporter cited a call-attendant source as saying Godwin, "The brand and our priority, which as you know includes all of us at ABC, necessitate making these decisions, which are neither simple nor impulsive." The regular anchors had the day off, according to guest anchor Stephanie Ramos, who took Gio Benitez's place on GMA3. For those who knew Holmes and Robach or were otherwise suddenly extremely interested in their future together, and at ABC. However, out of sight did not equate to out of mind. Don Lemon, a seasoned CNN host, admitted to Entertainment Tonight on December 6 that he knew TJ. "I only have affection for him, and I sincerely hope he is doing well." He continued, "As for the relationship rumors, I'm not familiar with their predicament. I don't know enough, but I simply enjoy showing folks my love and support and wishing them well, and further success." Howard Stern stated on his SiriusXM show on December 6 that he didn't believe a consensual office relationship should be grounds for discipline, despite admitting he didn't know anything about HR policies at ABC News or anywhere else. "What do I give an ST if 2 coworkers want to be in love?" Stern thought. "Why does that seem to offend folks like?" CBS This Morning's Gayle King called the scenario interesting while appearing on Watch What Happens Live rather than from her own anchor chair. On the Deck 8 broadcast of his Bravo show, she told Andy Cohen, "It's just gotten very messy and very sloppy." I do believe that, considering that at first I did truly think, good on Good Morning America. They claim they won't remove them from the air. It's 2 adults who have given their consent. But the more you read, the messier it gets, King continued. A week later, the show was still airing without Holmes and Robach, who were seen on Deck 7 walking their dogs by themselves in a New York City neighborhood. Godwin stated in a Deck 12 workplace message, which E! News has seen, "I recognize that the ongoing coverage can be distracting from the tremendously important work our team conducts here at ABC News. There will be a rotation of anchors at GMA3 for the time being, and Amy and TJ will stay off air until an internal review is finished. I sincerely hope that we will continue to concentrate our efforts on what we do best, and I want to express my sincere gratitude to each and every one of you for your dedication and professionalism." According to a person with knowledge of the matter, ABC's legal team was looking into the matter, with a particular focus on whether or not Holmes and Robach had transgressed the organization's moral standards. The pair of the hour was immediately the focus of split rumors after being taken off the show. But on December 14, a source with knowledge of the matter informed E! News they are still closely bonded. They were seen walking arm in arm to lunch the next day in New York.